Hello, everybody. Sunday Adelaja here. I want to greet everyone that is watching today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The program that we're having today is How to Change a Nation. How to Change a Nation. So please go ahead and invite your friends. Go ahead and invite your friends and family members. How to Change a Nation is what we're having today. This is always an exciting program. Always an exciting program for people who have watched it before. So please go call on your friends, on your family members, and let's go share the message. Share the message. Go invite your friends and family, and just go call upon everybody you can. This is going to be an exciting program today. So the title of this program is "To Change a Nation, You Must Be Dead to Both Praise and Criticism." To change a nation, you must be dead both to praise and criticism. To change a nation, you must be dead both to praise and criticism. This is going to be partly a story of my life, of what I had to go through in Ukraine here to be able to have the kind of influence and the results that have been recorded in this country. So, but because today, when you listen to people preach, especially these young, charismatic African pastors and, up and coming ministers, they always kind of preach the gospel as if the ministry is about enjoyment. It's about what you could get from it. It's about the way to make it. That's your way to become big in life. And it's almost like ministry is just about riding on other people's shoulders and taking people's tithe and offerings and building yourself all kind of big, fancy life and living a lifestyle that other people cannot afford. It's more like you have arrived in the elite if you are called to the ministry. It's not about sacrifice anymore. But over the years, if you look into the history of Christianity, you discover that ministry is actually supposed to be about sacrifice. If you are not ready to sacrifice, you don't even try to go in there. But if you are talking about changing a nation, don't even think of, changing a nation without sacrifice. It's all about sacrifice. Of course, you are going to have a bit of enjoyment as well. You are going to have a bit of praises and glory, but that is like 2% compared to 90% of criticism, attacks, and persecutions, and just all kind of things that are not pleasant to you. So ministry is not about your pleasure. Ministry is not supposed to be about enjoyment. Ministry is supposed to be about self-denial, and the desire to be able to lay down your life for other people. So let's look at this video here. It might be able to help you to prepare yourself to becoming a nation changer. Here we go.
In any society, the most progressive and successful people always attract attention and cause special interest to themselves. There are many over-exaggerated articles written about them in street press, bringing much profit to their publishers. Some journalists make slander TV programs about them, using the same material, purposely distorting the truth in order to make money. Others just spread these rumors between each other during breakfast or while shopping. People envy their success, and when the influence of such successful people begins to grow and spread, not only inside the country but also abroad, people envy their success, and when the influence of such
We're going to start that video again. I'm sorry for that, because the volume was not good enough. Okay, all right, sure. So we'll do the video again. Okay, here we go. All right.
In any society, the most progressive and successful people always attract attention and cause special interest to themselves. There are many
in any society, effective, successful individuals are always attracting not just praise, of the people living in the society, but they always attract attacks as well. So that people, if you are famous, that is not always a good thing. It's always attracting negative things because people talk about you and people begin to spread all kind of rumors about you and your life. But it's part and parcel of success. There is no successful person you will find in this world who will not have both attacks, criticism, and praise as well. So it's the two together. Nazar video. So if you are aiming to be successful anyhow in your life, get ready for both praise, both praise and criticism, both glory and attacks. Okay, here we go.
In any society, most progressive and successful people always attract attention and cause special interest to themselves. There are many over-exaggerated articles written about them in street press.
Oh, sorry. Item another signal devate to serve. No, the new snimmy have share. Sorry, guys, I was talking and you are not hearing me because I had put off my microphone. So I want you people to pay attention. Look at the photograph. If you look at that newspaper that they are holding, the newspaper they are holding, you see the white guy on top. Okay, then if you look behind, just under the hand that is holding that newspaper, you will see that there is a human head there. That is the head of your servant here. That is Pastor Sunday's head. That's Pastor Sunday's picture there. So what is this newspaper saying? This newspaper is this newspaper for the city of Kiev. It's, that thing that is written there, K, is Kiev. That is the capital of Ukraine. And what is written there is that occultic forces or sectarian forces, sects and cults have taken over Ukraine. That is talking about that is talking about me and the political parties that were started in our church. Now, the white man you see in that photograph, that white man there is the mayor or the governor of the capital of the country, the national capital. That is the mayor of the city, who is a member of our church, and then is also the leader of the political party that we started in the church here, where that won 34% of the vote for the parliament for the city council or the parliament of the city. And we, our church members, were controlling, two elections together, one after the other, back to back, 130% and 134% of the parliament who are controlling. So the whole country rose against us. I mean, the nationalists, the patriots, the patriotic people. So the whole newspaper is being carrying. I mean, this is a city of 4 million people, right? And the country is of 50 million people. And they are writing. I mean, the only two people whose pictures are in the front of the newspaper is me and my member, who is the mayor of the city. And what they are saying is that these two people have taken over our country. They have hijacked our country. Now, on one hand, you could say that is glory because, I mean, if 40% of your church, if 30% of the city parliament is being controlled by your church members, and then the mayor or the governor of the capital is your church member, and I mean, that's like the apex of success, right? But at the same time, glory and criticism. You know, glory and reproach. Glory and reproach go together. Attacks, criticism, and praise go together. So on one hand, we are enjoying the most wonderful time in the history of our church, but on the other hand, we are having the most awful attacks, just like Donald Trump right now. If you look at Donald Trump, on one hand, he's for Christians, and is supposed to be the best time for the Christians in America. But on the other hand, he's having it tougher. He's having more attacks than at any time in the history of any president in America as well. So that is what we are talking about. You know, for you to win a nation, if you are talking about winning a nation and to change a nation, you must be ready for both praise and attacks at the same time. So here we go. Let's go.
Exaggerated articles written about them in street press, bringing much profit to their publishers. Some journalists make slander TV programs about them, using the same material, purposely distorting the truth. In any society, most progressive and successful people always attract attention and cause special interest to themselves. There are many over-exaggerated articles written about them in street press, bringing much profit to their publishers. Some journalists make slander TV programs about them, using the same material, purposely distorting the truth in order to make money. Others just spread these rumors between each other during breakfast or while shopping. People envy their success, and using the same material, purposely distorting the truth in order to make money. Others just spread these rumors between each other during breakfast or while shopping.
Now, this lady you are looking at here, her name is Irina Bilik. Now, this lady, she is the most famous #1 singer in Ukraine. And then you have another one beside her. And, you know, I was meeting with, that is me, I'm sitting down right there with all of them. And we had, you know, so this is what we're doing. You see, if you see the sign here, this sign is saying anti-racism or, you know, movement against racism. So it's a movement that I organized together with all the stars and the first, like, Nollywood or Hollywood of Ukraine. And so we're doing press conference together. And so but in that particular place where I was doing this press conference with all these super mega stars, that was when people came to throw banana against me. That was when people came to throw banana at me, because you know, whenever you have glory on one hand, then you have attacks also on the other hand. So so I'm sitting down there with the most famous individuals in the country, and right there, the attacks is going right on. Now, okay, I'm going to show you another person there.
People envy their...
Now, do you people recognize who this man is? If you don't recognize him, then you are not a lover of sports. This used to be the heavyweight champion, two brothers who are the heavyweight champion of the world in boxing. For 10 years, they ruled as heavyweight champion of boxing, of the world in boxing. There was this Lennox Lewis. Now, he's the one that took the championship from Lennox Lewis and from England. So he became the world champion. Now he's the present mayor of Ukraine. And we are all sitting down with these people. At this point, he was still the heavyweight champion of the world. So, but at the same time, when you are the very plateau of success, at the same time, attacks will be coming on you. Okay, let's keep on going.
Success. And when the influence of...
For those of you who don't know this one, that is the president right there. The president of Ukraine, not the present one. At the time I'm talking about, that's the president of the country, our friend. This is the guy who gave me a letter of commendation and recognized me as one of the people who have built a new Ukraine. So on one hand, the president is telling you, you are appreciated, you have built the new Ukraine, but right after his presidency, the next guy that came in started all the attacks against us. So what I'm trying to say is that, when you want to change a nation, you will have both. It's going to be good and bad. You are going to have praises on one hand, adoration, admiration, but on the other hand, you're going to have a lot of attacks, glory, reproach, shame, reproach, and all kind of attacks. And I am used to that. So right now we're getting ready for election in Nigeria, and I've made my position known. And my position is that I am not going to allow Atiku to reign in Nigeria, to win. Atiku is not going to win in that country, in that election. Atiku is not going to reign. Atiku will not become the president of Nigeria by the grace of God. And I'm sure that all the other men of God want Atiku to be there, but I'm not going to allow it to happen, and it will not happen. So I've made my decision clear that I am going to do my best. If instead of having Atiku, we would rather have Buhari to stay. But if you cannot have any of the younger ones. But so right now I have a lot of abuses coming against me on my, I put a lot of political articles out there now, and a lot of people are attacking me. But it's good for me because I'm used to it. If you want to change a nation, either it's Nigeria or Ukraine or America, look at what is happening to Trump. If you want to change a nation, you must endure both glory and reproach, shame and praise. Both of them will come at you, but you must just get used to it. Just know that it's a normal thing. Don't even pay attention. So let's continue.
Such successful people begins to grow and spread. People envy their success, and when the influence of such successful people begins.
Now, this is the next president that came in. This other guy too gave me a letter of recommendation, as commendation and praise that we have contributed so much to building Ukraine. But it was under his regime as well that I had all kind of attacks. But later on, he lost his power as well. It's just up and down. If it's going to be, you want to change a nation, you're going to have it both good and bad. Okay, let's go.
Begins to grow and spread, not only inside the country but also abroad. Some corrupted politicians become.
This one here, I'm sitting right there with them, and that's me. That's me actually. Besides the other guy, there's a guy here, a white guy, but on the other side, the right side of this guy, that's me sitting down in brown suit, and this is the most respected journalist in this country. Number one, journalist in the country. That's number one authority in journalism on TV. He's a TV star, TV host. But we're all there. We're all together, working together to change the nation. But in that same place, people came against me. That's just it. It's just normal. You are going to have glory on one hand, but on the other hand, you're going to have attacks. Okay, here we go.
Some corrupted politicians become intimidated because they can't control them. Politicians become intimidated because they can't control them.
Can you see that demonstration? Who do you think that demonstration is for or against? You think that demonstration is for me? You are living in illusion. All these people out there came to fight me. This demonstration is against me. These people here are people who have gathered together as Ukrainians, that we are original Ukrainians. We are original Kivlians. And we are citizens of Ukraine. We will not tolerate a foreigner coming to control our country. We will not tolerate a foreigner coming to control our country. So all these Ukrainian people refuse to go to work, left their jobs, left their family in cold, in winter, cold winter, to demonstrate against Sunday Adelaja. That we will not let Sunday Adelaja and his cohorts, as they say, because of the political party that we started and all that, we will not allow them to rule over us. So this is what I'm saying. If you want to change a nation, be ready for those who will like to crucify you, just like with Jesus. Some people are saying, let him go, let him go. Other people are saying, no, crucify him, give us Barabbas. It's just the same. If you want to have influence over any nation, this is inevitable because it's a conflict of different interests coming in. And some interests will be for you, some other interests will be against you. Okay, here we go.
Великого и влиятельного человека
Can we do it again? Okay, good. Can you see that? That placard that is being written? What that guy is writing there, that's my name right there in Russian. You might not understand it. That is the way my name is written in Russian language. So what he's writing is, Sunday Adelaja now is the mayor of our city. He is the guy we elected. We don't know what we are doing. He is the one that is ruling over us. Even though I'm not a politician, I'm just a pastor, but because he's a member of my church that is ruling over the city. Now, so to make it look more horrible, to make it look like, to amplify the magnitude of whatever their anger, they say, no, it is the black male, and some of them say it is the black monkey that is ruling over us right now. So these are the kind of things you have to go through if you really want to make a difference over your nation. Okay, we continue.
This is the reason why many great...
You see? So these are still demonstration going on right there with their, okay, let me tell you what they wrote here. They are saying, we would not permit African, Jewish African spiritual intervention over our country. So they call African intervention, they call the other guy Jew. So Jewish African intervention, we will not allow it in our country. The other one says, no, we will not allow Nigerian sectarian cultist occupation of our country. Then another one says, we will not allow hypnotism and making of zombie of our people by these black African Nigerians. We will not allow it in our country. The other one is say, we will not allow the epidemic of Africans coming over to our country. Then the other one say, how is a disgrace for foreigners to be teaching us how to pray? How can they make us to be praying their own way? You cannot make us to pray your own way. You cannot teach us to pray. Okay, let's continue.
and influential ones get persecuted by mass media with all their dirty...
Let's see that photograph. No. Okay, no. Okay, well, this is it. See this photograph here. So these are different photographs. Different newspaper cuts. These are all different newspaper cuts saying all kind of things about me coming over to take over the country. But some people are calling me black magic. Okay, this one says shamans biblivruka. That is like herbalist, black magic, juju, what they call juju man or what? Juju priest with Bible, using the Bible. They say I'm a juju priest using the Bible, right? Then another one is saying, will this Nigerian become the president of Ukraine? Sunday Adelaja, will he become the president of Ukraine? Then another one is saying horror. Black black preacher wants to become Ukrainian leader. You know, all kind of things just being written right there. Just to instigate anger in people against me. Okay, here we go.
Mass media with all their dirty methods.
Грязных методов.
The famous preacher and pastor Sunday Adelaja is exactly that type of person, whose success is a stumbling stone for those envious people, usually with
He's saying that Sunday Adelaja is such a person whose success is a stumbling block, it's an offense to envious people over the nation. So that's me right there, surrounded by journalists. That's me. They just shock me in, you know. They shock me inside. I cannot even get out of there. They surrounded me. Can you see me? I'm there inside, but you will hardly tell that that's me there because all the journalists want to talk to me. Okay, here we go.
say nothing bad or simply nothing at all about dead people. It turns out that Sunday Adelaja is too much alive for Ukrainian and Russian media because all that is spoken about him is negative. We are defending the
See, those people on the side of the road, they are all demonstrating to get rid of Sunday Adelaja because we cannot tolerate this black man ruling over us. I'm not even in politics, but they just get to know who is behind all these things. That's why all these attacks. Right, go ahead.
rights of our Slavic nation because we know that the sect is functioning.
This is one of the parties, one of the political parties, and the head of them are saying, we are going to defend our land even to the dead end. If we need to go to violence, we are going to do it. And that's why they came with red flag, with, to indicate blood. So they are ready to shed their blood to defend their land. That's what they are saying. You see, so people who are now seeing what I'm doing concerning Nigeria and are saying, oh, pastor, they are abusing you, please stop it, don't talk, don't do this, please, don't do that. They don't know that I've gone through worse things. I mean, Dr. Anu was trying to say that in one of the programs I did with him, that they don't even know. People who are saying Pastor Sunday is intolerant or he cannot tolerate critics or criticism. Whatever you are doing right now is not even criticism, believe me, it's nothing. It's nothing that's even started, actually. I mean, I know what is coming. It's going to be worse than that even when I get to Nigeria because I've been through worse things. So it's a good thing that we are showing these things. Let's go.
In Kiev, under so-called leader Sunday, the religious sect had captured the minds of many Kiev citizens. So-called charismatic leader Sunday is the head of this community. We see him as a danger not only to the moral state of society, but also
Sunday is the head of this movement that wants to hijack the country. And we are seeing him as a danger, not just as a political figure, but also as a political danger. Because I never kept quiet. I always express my political position. And I always support my candidates. I always support people I believe in. So the opposition, just like right now, Nigeria, PDP, the same way, the opposition come out with all kind of things. And I'm used to that. Okay, let's continue.
to the nation safety. Blacks are the lowest.
Did you hear what he said? That is, I am a danger to the security of the nation. And that blacks are the lowest of all people. And for the lowest of all people to come and be telling us how to live in our own country, that we must fight for the sovereignty of our land. But the good thing with Nigeria is that nobody will be able to say I am not a Nigerian or that I should leave their country. So it's going to be much more easier for me in Nigeria, for me, at least morally, because when he's saying that, they don't want a foreigner to come and dictate to them how to live in their country, I could not say anything against that. But when it's in my own country, try to kick me out. You can only kill me, but you will not kill me before my time. So, that's why I'm saying it's going to be easier on that end, from that end. Okay, here we go.
I don't care if he is offended or not. He is an alien here. Ukraine is for Ukrainians, and not for him.
Do you hear that? Ukraine is for Ukrainians. So what do you say? But when I go to Nigeria, you cannot say Ukraine is for Ukrainians anymore. You cannot say Nigeria is for Nigeria. If you say Nigeria is for Nigeria, I'm a Nigerian. So, even though I'm successful in this country, right? But still, you are always a foreigner in a foreign land, no matter how good you are doing. So this person is saying, we don't want him. Ukraine is for Ukrainians. So we don't want him. Let him go back to his own country. Doesn't he have a country? Let him go back there. You see, these are the kind of things you have to go through if you want to change a nation. But if you just want to survive, of course, nobody even knows that you are there in the country. But I cannot live like that. I cannot live just to survive. I'm living to change any nation I find myself in. When I go to America and I see our African people just going to work for Uncle Sam 8 hours a day and trying to buy an apartment, trying to buy a car, and they are bragging themselves, oh, I bought a Mercedes Benz. Oh, I got 4-bedroom house. Rubbish. It just breaks my heart. Why should you be satisfied that you got a 4-bedroom house or 8-bedroom house and you got a Mercedes and a Ford, when you could change a nation? That is being a sellout. Sellout for money. We should all strive to be the agent of God that will be used by God to subdue the nation where He has sent us to. You should not be satisfied at just making a living, going to work and coming back home, and bragging yourself that you have 2 children or 3 children that are going to school, and you are just living the lowest life for the instinct. No, we should go above that. But when you go above that, I must warn you what you should expect. You should expect reactions like this. Okay.
After having watched some TV programs about Pastor Sunday,
That's a TV program right there going on about Pastor Sunday. And who are these people on the TV station? This is a psychiatrist. And what is a psychiatrist saying? He's saying that people who go to that church, they are mentally not okay. Keep on, show me the whole group. That's what you should. No, okay, let it play. Yeah, pускай играет.
blacks are the lowest kind. I don't care if he is offended or not. He is an alien here. Ukraine is for Ukrainians, and not for him. After him,
Stop. Okay. Let me tell you the kind of people that are here. We have 2 politicians there, 2 members of parliament. You have the journalist. You have the psychiatrist. Then you have the social institute, this Institute of Social Affairs. Then you have the sociologist, who is doing public opinion and polls and things like that. So all these experts gather together to attack me and to tell the public how dangerous we are. And the lady that is sitting down there, who is also a member of parliament, she used to be a member of our church. But our party coerced her to say, no, this is the interest of the party, this is the interest of the nation, you've got to go against it. And that's what we've got. So you've got to expect betrayal and all kind of things. They tell all kind of story in this TV program that will brainwash people, that will make people crazy, that will use people, sex offenders, all kind of accusations. Just anything as horrible as possible to just make public believe. But if it had been true, I would have been in jail. But because it's not true. but it's just to destroy your influence and bring you down. Okay, here we go.
Having watched some TV programs about Pastor Sunday and reading many dirty articles in press, we decided
One of these television programs, do you see who is sitting, who is there? That is me there. Okay, I don't know if you can see. You see me writing something? That is me right there beside the guy, in between the two guys. You know, so this is a very popular TV program in the country. And the guy that is sitting down with me is what is called anti-destructive totalitarian sect, anti-sect, anti-cult. So that person was invited from Russia, from Moscow, who is a fighter against destructive religious groups or cult. So they invited the two of us to debate, to try to, all of them gathered to try to destroy me. But you know what? God turned the table against them. And I came out of that debate and out of that, studio, turning off the table against all of them, becoming the winner and the most popular person in the nation after that. Okay, let's go.
to find out for ourselves in order to show our TV viewers the truth about this man, what he is really like. We decided to ask this question those who are living and working with him and those who follow his teachings. I've read various articles about him, but mostly they were negative. They see pastor as their
Okay, I want to show you. Okay, let's see this. So the journalists came to get me.
truth about this man.
Stop. Okay. So here, this is my apartment here. So they came, these journalists were so shocked when they saw that I was living just in a 3-bedroom apartment at this point. How can you be living in an apartment? But the news we hear is that you have stolen all people's money, that you are the richest person in this country, that you have stolen people's money, you are living in a big house by yourself and nobody knows where you live. So when they came to my house and saw that I was just living an ordinary life, in an ordinary apartment, dirty apartment, or not dirty, but, small apartment. They were shocked because at this time, when I was living in a 3-bedroom apartment, I was having 25,000 people in my church. It was the total opposite of all the propaganda that had been told against me. Okay, let's go.
What he is really like. We decided to ask this question those who are living and working with him and those who follow his teachings. I've read various articles about him, but mostly they were negative. They see pastor as their enemy. People say many dirty things about him. I am sure if they had known him more closely, their opinion would change, and they would look at him differently. This man deserves much more. All these stories are a lie. They are not worthy of believing. Time will pass and people's attitudes will change. They'll think differently of him. People are worrying about another kind of faith being imposed by this man on them. I can answer them the following. As for me, I couldn't find anything that would touch my soul in any way in the Orthodox Church. But Pastor Sunday is the man that came to a foreign country with foreign people who were actually nobody to him and just began to serve them. Frankly, I don't even know if I were alive if not for such a man as Pastor Sunday. I want to thank Pastor Sunday that he received me, rejected, forgotten. As a father, he accepted me when nobody would. I wish that society would perceive him adequately as a person. Many people treat him negatively because of their personal views. But I wish that people would listen to the opinions of those who were really influenced by Pastor Sunday, but not morally people who blame him. Once I spoke with a man who began to blame me for betraying the traditional church. And my reply was, where were you when I was in need? Where were your Orthodox friends? How come that the only person on the planet who is black and with a thick African accent had a heart big enough to accept me?
С плохим русским языком. И почему-то у этого человека оказалось такое большое сердце, которое приняло меня.
Now I can pass any expertise to prove that I am not hypnotized, but a normal person. I have a normal family, normal sexual orientation, my children are normal, I'm a normal citizen. Thanks to Pastor Sunday, I'm a patriot of my country. As for me, he achieves much every day as a man who came from another country. Frankly, why should he love the people of Ukraine? For what reason? Why should he spend his life energy to try to help drug addicts, alcoholics? Why is he doing all of this work and not Ukrainians? For me, it is a heroic deed to come from abroad and save my own nation. I consider him a national hero. He's an example for us. If people only knew what he is doing, no one would say he's a bad person. And rumors that he persecutes his own financial interests are nonsense. The one who does good deeds can hate those for whom he is doing this good. We have to be more merciful and careful with each other. Then the evil won't find its place in our hearts. People in this country still don't understand what a merciful man God had given them. From all countries of the world, the Ukraine turned out to be the luckiest of all. I think the man who is able to change all areas of society is worthy to rule the country. Our country doesn't appreciate him properly. I was in America, Russia, and other countries, and heard what people are saying about him. They all wish for him to live in their city at least for a month, but he's faithful to us so many years.
Я была в России, я была в других странах, все жаждут, все мечтают, чтобы он хотя бы месяц пожил там, а он у нас столько лет находится. Если бы страна понимала вообще именно
If we just realized the mercy and grace that God had given us in the face of Pastor Sunday, who thinks not only of himself but also of people's problems, then Ukraine would change a long time ago. Praise God for the wisdom he is expressing through this man. He is a marvelous man. My opinion is that our government has to consult with him. I don't idealize him in any way. But if we will take presidents of other countries, they are not too proud to ask him for advice. They consider him a man of God. I'm just trying to say that Ukraine has to open its eyes and look at him differently. I think we have to stop being proud and start resolving the problems of our sinking society. If this man knows how to do this, I think we have to ask him now. Thank God for this man. You know, many people don't understand him. I am ministering in America for 5 years, and I see how the world's most influential ministers appreciate when he visits them. People wait till midnight in order to talk to him and ask for advice. He is invited to every country possible. I know that American culture is more similar to Pastor Sundays than Ukrainian, But this man stays faithful to the nation of Ukraine, where God has put him to minister, even though people here spit at him, throw bananas at him, neglect him, but he is still ministering to this nation. And this selfless desire to minister is the only reason why he is still here. As you see, there are many controversial opinions about Pastor Sunday. In order to find out who is nevertheless right and what is this extraordinary man really like and why is there so much noise being made around him, we have appointed a cameraman to him to see what his usual day is like. After getting shooting permission, we started to follow him persistently. Our objective was to film every step of our hero, to record his every word. Our journalists were interviewing the people surrounding Pastor Sunday, so now you have a unique opportunity to spend one day with Sunday Adelaja to make your own conclusions about this person. We arrived at Pastor Sunday's apartment early in the morning and saw an interesting picture. Mrs. Bossy, Sunday's wife, with a dust rag in her hands. Is she really washing floors with her son Perez? It's amazing. According to the press, Pastor has millions of dollars collected on tithes in church. He really could hire a whole staff of housemaids in order to keep his wife's hands safe. Something is not clear here. The early morning, everybody in the family and busy with their chores. This is the nursemaid Caroline. And this is Zoe, the first daughter. She's suffering all these torments in order to look beautiful. Yes, we thought beauty demands sacrifice. And here is forehand play. Oh baby, we understand your feelings. We have already introduced Perez and Zoe. And here the youngest and most outgoing one, Pearl. She's the real Pearl. This child can't be unloved or unnoticed. But where is the head of this friendly family? Is he still sleeping? It has turned out that he is long awake and at the moment is consulting a woman who had come for an appointment. Besides such early hours, he had received a guest at his home. He had not just received her but also gave her an advice, and after their meeting was finished, politely accompanied her to the doors. It looks like a usual morning in a usual family that has many children. As in all families, they have a morning rush. Someone has to prepare a school rag and repeat his homework. Someone has to fix Zoe's hair. Someone has to prepare breakfast. And someone has to eat it all. Everything is going as it should. At last, the father is free to give his attention to everybody as a real head of the family should.
Perez?
We idealize great people, and it seems that they never use a bathroom, never shave or brush their teeth. Can such great men do such earthly things? It turns out they can. Famous preacher and pastor Sunday does all that with great pleasure. While he is taking a bath, we are entering the kitchen, browsing around. What we have seen extremely amazed us. The world-known pastor lives in such terrible conditions. Here is the ceiling that is always damp. The highest floor of the building reminds of itself. The bathroom is too small and has no shower. The hall is adapted as a reception room. Our camera crew had filled all the space with their devices in this little apartment. But what amazed us more, that the owners aren't at all bothered by the fact they were living their usual lives as if our cameras weren't there. The only one who was noticing us is little Pearl. What are you doing? Sunday calls his wife Princess, showing his love and honor for her. The name of this beautiful African woman is Bossy. We never met such a woman before. She was meek and wise, gentle and patient, gracious and simple. These qualities intertwined in her in a marvelous way. It turns out that Bossy is not only the mother of 3 children and the wife of such a man as Sunday, but she also rules her house, pastors the Central Church of the Embassy of God, and church for English-speaking members. Bossy is taking care of her family's health, and first of all, this has to do with food. The nursemaid Caroline told us a secret that every member of the family drinks a glass of distilled water and eats an apple every morning. Then comes a light breakfast. The supper, only yogurt mixed with cottage cheese. Vitamins and food supplements are also necessary. Bossy herself doesn't consume meat products, sugar, and pastry. She drinks clear boiled water with honey, apple vinegar, or lemon. Bossy also takes care of her body by doing simple exercises at home. Perez and Zoe attend diving courses. After lunch together with the children, we will make sure this is true. Besides, these caring parents decided to give their children music education. But they don't force their children, as we can see the children do it with pleasure themselves. So we see a normal family, like hundreds of other families around the world, that took the responsibility for raising their children. They speak and sing in 3 languages, English, Russian, and Ukrainian. The children are taught to keep their house in order and to be self-dependent. They have learned to pray and worship God earlier than started speaking. Who is teaching them all of this? Who taught them all this? Of course, parents that are themselves rooted in prayer and worship. What should I say to Jesus? Thank you. After everyone finished eating and thanking Jesus, now we have some time for watching cartoons and to check if all hairpins are in their place. Oh, it seems that one got lost. Let's check again. 1, 2, 7, 9. Let's check one more time. 1, 2, 7, 9. But where is the 10th? Yes, beauty really demands high maintenance. When 5 years ago at the church service I saw Zoe, I thought to myself, God, how I wish to be by these children and help Pastor to take care of them. And now this dream came true. You know, I can really say, even when I have some hard times, some hard life situations, or some difficulties, all that disappears as soon as I enter this home. My heart fills with God's presence in this house. As for children, they are normal children, obedient, funny. They like to listen to fairy tales. I love them very much. Right away, we see that Pearl is a future TV star as she behaves herself before camera, striving to get noticed by the camera. She also enjoys the presence of the microphone and utilizes it. She feels comfortable around our crew members and quickly finds common language with them. What are you doing? At last, the pastor is ready to have breakfast. While eating his breakfast, he is looking through his sermons. He also likes to watch other preachers' sermons. Here comes pastor's driver. This car's license plate cannot be mixed up with any other ones. It is unique not only for Ukraine, but for the whole world. It says God is merciful, and He really is, to this family. What we notice is Pastor Sunday's and Bossy's attitude towards people who are around them. They are treated as members of the family, and there is no superiority or condescendence expressed towards them. As to the nursemaid Caroline, so is to Nikolai, the driver, they are treated the same. When Pastor is absent on a trip, he always calls us. He's always interested how our things are going. He never forgets to ask, is everything good at home or not? Pastor Bossy also asks me about how I feel. Once I got ill, and I remember she called me every day, praying and encouraging me. Pastor and his wife are like children too. Considering my age, they could really be my earthly children. Pastor and his wife are like children to me. Considering my age, they could really be my earthly children. They could really be my earthly children. I know Pastor Sunday for 10 years. He knows my family, my children. They all were at his house. Maybe it is only my grandson who still doesn't know Pastor personally. I never saw Pastor annoyed while speaking with people. He's always careful with any person.
All right. Normal and Ikran. All right, so that's just, you see, we are doing a contrast. In that film, they were doing a contrast of fame on one hand, and on the other hand, just an ordinary life. You know, on the other hand also, reproach, criticism, attacks. But on the other hand, who is this man? Because they were looking at me as an enigma. So they came, I said, they said, can you shoot you? We hear all kind of things. So you go ahead. Can we enter anywhere with you? Can we come with the camera? Yeah, go ahead. Take the camera. Enter anywhere with us. And, well, you know, but before I keep on going, let me tell you, any one of you that wants to call. If you want to call into the program and contribute, why not? Go ahead and do that by going to Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger. And when you get to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents. Move Agents. One word, Move Agents. And when you get that, you just write that I want to call, I want to contribute. And then you can call and contribute. So just go ahead to Facebook Messenger and look for the word Move Agents and just write that, can I call, can I contribute, can I say something? And we'll be happy to receive your calls. So yeah, it's interesting to hear what you have to say about that, about the film and about the topic we are dealing with, that to change a nation, you must be dead both to praise from people, to praises of people, and to criticism. So to really change a nation, we must be dead to the praise of man and to the attacks and criticism of man. Meanwhile, let me talk also about the new book that I've released this week. And the book is called Who Will Come to Your Funeral? Who Will Come to Your Funeral? And that book is a book that will really make you to think about your life and about what you are leaving behind. And who is coming to your funeral is talking about who will be grateful to you after you have left this world. Who is going to be grateful? Who is going to come to show appreciation and thanks? So this book is on pre-order right now, I think. I don't know if it's officially released. If it's officially released, supposed to be officially released this week, then it might be more expensive. But it was on pre-order for $2. But you can buy it anyway because it will change your life for any amount it is there. I don't know right now. But I think I should let you know about that. And for those of you who want to read the book and many other of my books, you can actually read them for free if you read them from Kindle Unlimited. If you go to Kindle Unlimited, you'll be able to read all these books for free. But you can also buy them on Amazon. If you want to buy them, you can buy them on Amazon. But if you want to buy my books in bulk, many, 10 and above, it will be much better for you to write to my office and buy the books from my office. And the way to write to my office is to write to DSAS, DSASbooks at gmail.com. DSAS books, DSS books at gmail.com. It will be cheaper for you to do it that way, to buy from the office than from Amazon if you are buying in bulk. And then you also could become a distributor of these books by just writing to the dssbooks at gmail.com and say you want to be a distributor. And we'll give you the right and you'll be able to make money from the books. But for those of you who want to come to Ukraine and visit us in Ukraine, we have our next History Makers training coming up in February. So if you want, you could come in February from the 2nd to the 7th. Although you could stay, you could stay for a longer period, and or you could even come before time. So if you want, from 2nd to the 7th of February is when we're having the History Makers training. So the way to register is just for you to write to hmt@godembassy.org. Just write to hmt@godembassy.org. Just like you write for the books, DSSbooks at gmail.com, but this is godembassy.org, hmt@godembassy.org. So you can register that way, and we'll send you all the information. Or you could go to the site. Actually, there's a site there you could go to also get registered and get all the information. I think that is, But if you want to join a mentorship program which is for free on the internet, you could also go to sundayadelajablog.com/mentorship. So that's how you could join the mentorship program. I think we have a caller right now. Hello? Hey, who is calling from where? Hello? Leave microphone at there. Hello? I think we lost the caller. Not as I know. Okay, we'll get the caller again. Shut the shoe material. Ubiri mentions. So sorry guys. That's a mistake right there. Apologies. So let's see if we could get the caller right now. And and for those of you who might not know, in the next 1 hour, I have another program coming on, which a lot of people have been enjoying and been writing me to appreciate for that program. It's called High Yielding Lifestyle versus Low Yielding Lifestyle. And that is, going to be on YouTube and on Facebook. It's going to be at 9 o'clock our time, but in England it's going to be at 7, Nigeria 8, and Europe 8. So in the next 1 hour, I think, let's see if we could get the caller again. But while the caller is coming, I want to also say, if you want to be receiving our messages on WhatsApp or on telephone, the way to do that is to send your telephone number to our telephone number. Send SMS message to our number, and our number is 38 +38 098 596 3838. So it's +38 098 596 3838. Okay, let's see if we have a caller now. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, who is calling from where?
Good evening, yes. This is Excel Okosun calling from Germany.
Yes, how are you, Excel?
I'm fine. I'm very well, sir.
Nice
And
to
you?
Yes, nice to hear from you. I want to hear your contribution today.
Okay, sir. My heart melted when I was watching all you've went through. All you went through, it was not really easy. It wasn't easy. When I was going through it, I said to myself, who is that man in Nigeria? This is not to make your head feel big, but I was saying, who is that man or who is that pastor in Nigeria that could bear or that could persevere in those kind of situations you were when everybody in the country turned against you. But thank God that you met well. Thank God that you met well. I saw everything. I was like, God, is this really true? And when I saw that the video that was there, this video, everything was done by them. I said, God, this is really what it takes to build a nation. And it now take my mind back to what you always say, that delayed gratification pays. Really,
Yes.
delayed gratification is really
Yes.
pays. But in our country today, everybody most of our pastors cannot bear those kind of stone, those kind of hits. I call it stone that was thrown at you. They can't bear it. They will just pack their bag and baggages and go to another comfortable
they,
country.
they will buy a jet and go to England or America. Eh?
They will just go to another comfortable country because they were having wrong aim. But your aim was nation building.
Yes.
Your aim was to bring people out of bad habits. Your aim was to make people discover their potential. And within a long period of time or a short period of time, those people that were persecuting you, they will now see another side of the coin. They will now see that you meant well and they will now appreciate you. But in our country, Nigeria, because I always feel bad when I see what is going on there. I cry in the inside of me. The so-called men of God there will not want to pass through what you pass through. I look at the 3-bedroom apartments you were living with a lot populations of members that you have. Who is that man? Who is that woman in Nigeria that could bear all those kind of things and live the way you lived, the way you were living with all those population of members you had in your church, and yet you were excusing yourself in that apartment? We give God the glory, DSA. I give God the glory. And thank God that we have a man like you. And I believe that someday, sooner, Nigeria is going to be changed for the better.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much, Excel.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. All right. I think we have more callers. Anybody that wants to call is easy. Just go to Facebook Messenger. When you go to Facebook Messenger, look for Move Agents. Move Agents. And when you get there, just write and say, can I call? I want to call. I want to contribute. And we will call you back. We will call you back.
Hello?
We will ring you. We'll call you back. Okay. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
My name is Israel. I'm calling from Lagos.
From Lagos?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm always excited to hear somebody coming from the homeland.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
I'm very happy to hear your contribution. Go ahead and talk, sir.
Okay, what I actually want to say first and foremost is when I was hearing this documentary and what you went through, I actually put it on speaker. I have a speaker I connected my phone to, so people around me were hearing it and they are watching it on my phone. And when they saw you, somebody said in that documentary that this man has 25,000. Okay, you said at that point in time you have 25,000 members and you are living in 3-bedroom flat. It was like something that nobody has ever heard before. Nobody has that kind of congregation here and live in that kind of place. They already moved to Banana Land at that time. That is the truth. How would you expect somebody with that number of 25,000 congregation members and you are living in 3-bedroom flat? Even the pastors on branches, that branch pastors, they live in duplex. And it's so much wonderful to hear that somebody like this still exists on planet Earth. That's the truth. I don't know how to explain comparing this with our own GOs, fathers in this country, Nigeria. And also one question that many people have been asking me around and saying, what can we do? Is there a way Nigeria government can bring it to Nigeria?
No, and by the
What can
grace
we
of God,
do? Because I just think of
I'm going
what
to
can we do to
come.
bring you home?
I'm going to come home definitely by God's grace. Keep on praying for us, for me, and soon and very soon I will hit Nigeria, because this is the reason why I want to move to Nigeria, to show the example of what Christianity is really like.
Hmm. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate. God will keep strengthening you.
So
Thank you very much.
how long have you been watching us? Because I know that people don't know me in Nigeria yet, but
My name is Israel Gunis Balogun.
oh, the same Israel, our
Yeah.
Israel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I didn't I didn't recognize your voice immediately.
Okay, sir.
So you want them to bring me home?
Yeah, I do. There anything government can do to bring you home, because definitely I know you. I mean, it's going to change everything. It's going to, so that when we that are talking here, we are speaking from our head. Nobody has ever to see anything different from what they are seeing.
Yeah.
When I tell you that this is not the way Christianity is being practiced, they will say, "Oh, what? Oh, which other way?" But if somebody now is showing them, and then somebody of your class, of your level, of your achievement, of your when you are talking, your word carry more weight than somebody like us who is still trying to even. I mean, but if someone like you say that, okay, I have done this, but this is what I have done. Come and see, and this is what I'm going to be doing. Within a year, I am very sure Nigerians, they are all tired, but they have not seen something different. They've not seen something different from what all of us have known for years. It's the same thing you see everywhere, the same practice, the same systems, the same operation. So there's nobody to show another way, another thing. So, and I think it's high time it just come up, because this is the best time God just need to release you and bring you to Nigeria. That's what I want to say.
I think you are right, because I even got some people writing me that they need Messiah in Nigeria. But I'm not saying I'm a Messiah. But the person just wrote me and said, we need you right now in Nigeria, because, and I think so, I believe so myself, that God has prepared me for all these years, so that I will be able to bring these things that He has taught me to Nigeria. And by
Of
God's
course.
grace, I'm sure that God is going to make that happen.
Amen. 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 Because what I believe is Joseph was taken away at that point in time for a purpose. And God knew that Nigeria's Christianity would get to where it is today. He took it away, preserving you for this kind of for this period, for this moment. To be honest with you, a friend of mine today came who happened to attend winners. He thought he was sharing testimonies with me, and he just saw me crying. What he said was, on Saturday, after the sacrificial offering messages, people, they were instructed that they are not taking material things, they only can take cash. People went outside selling their car, selling their phones to convert it to money and bring it.
Madness.
I couldn't hold it. I couldn't hold it. The guy was saying it with excitement. He was saying it with every tenacity in him that, oh, come and see how people are rushing and willing to give, I said, what happened? He said on Saturday, after they preach to them about sacrificial offering, that everybody went outside selling their property and bringing it. I said, you are lying. The guy he told me before he was going to that program. He said he was there for the whole week. I said, so who is coming to tell them something different? How do we communicate to them that this is not true? When I trust God that God will not let it. God will bring you some. I don't know.
The help is coming. Help is on the way. God
Thank you
is
very much, sir.
preparing so many people outside of the country. We are all coming, and we shall hit ground like a earthquake. Change is coming to Nigeria. Let's just keep on waiting and believing God. Change is on the way. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Wow, wow, wow. See the way religious people are exploiting our country, taking advantage of our. What do they need the money for? Winners. The pastor that is saying, I'm stickingly rich. I am, or what did he say? I'm dangerously rich. I'm dangerously rich. If you're already dangerously rich, why should you be telling poor people to go and be selling their properties? That you will not even take gift or properties or anything. You will only take cash. So everybody going to go and sell their properties. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Who is calling from where, sir?
This is Chris from London.
Oh, yes. How are you, Chris?
I'm fine, sir.
That is Chris
I'm
Al.
fine. Yes, sir.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
I just couldn't hold it back, and I just felt I should make one or two comments. I think the last caller actually said what was on my heart, because watching the video, although I've seen that video before, but not every part of it. But I just don't know. That video just broke me, and I was in tears. I was just shedding tears because I think God was beginning to minister something that. All I can say, sir, is just to say thank you for the exemplary life you've lived, and the life you've lived in Ukraine. I actually believe it's for such a time as this. God knew that a time will come where the people of Africa will have completely forgotten or completely missed it altogether. And majority of the generation that is coming up have actually nothing to point to as of what true Christianity should look like. But that is why he took you out, prepared you, and gave you the grace to go through all that you went through in Ukraine. Because he knows that a time is coming when people in your own country will look for somebody to show them what it truly means to be a Christian, what a Christian life should look like. Looking at that video, my heart just breaks, because if you look back, even to the people that we call, that will say, okay, maybe they are the remnant, they are the few that are left. There is really no example. And that's why when I see a lot of people make comments on Facebook or say things, it just breaks my heart, because I truly believe that we've lost, if not one, but two generations in Nigeria. We've lost a generation in the sense that people were born under false Christianity, and they've grown up all their life under false Christianity, and they have no compass whatsoever. So when you're trying to talk to them, they don't even have a compass, a direction. They don't even have a scope for them to actually understand, okay, maybe this is what you mean. Because all they've known all their life is what they've known, and it has all been error. So I just thank God that God has prepared someone, just like the last caller said, took Joseph out, prepared him, because he knew that his nation one day will need him. And for me personally, you've just, like, I don't know, you've been of immense help and impact, because when I look to my left and look to my right, at least I have somebody I can look to. Because I tell people, look, when Paul said in the Bible that follow me as I follow Christ, it wasn't because he was boasting, right? And it wasn't because he was perfect. He wasn't perfect, but yet he gave that instruction with all authority. Follow me as I follow Christ, because he knew that the people he was talking to needed to learn so much, because God has deposited so much in him that it would be, if not very difficult, it would be practically impossible for them to have what he has without them looking up to him. Not because they are looking up to him as God, not because they are looking up to him as the one who died for them, but because God has so built him and taken him through so much that he had so much to give. He had so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much character to share to others. And I just thank you that you have taken that. God has just put you in that role to lead. And I tell people, not because you are perfect, not because Pastor Sunday is perfect, right? God is not looking for perfect people. He's looking for people who are willing to yield themselves to be used. And you have done exactly that. And I just want to say thank you so much, because what you have done in Ukraine is for people like us and for people that are also coming, because one day you'll be no more, but only your name will be remembered. But at least people will have something to look to. And even right now,
a reference
people
point.
can have something to look for, as a reference point. So I just want to say thank you. That's why I called, because it's so, what can we say? We've said so much. What else can we say? Like last caller said, just to imagine someone having 25,000 membership and is still living in a 3-bedroom flat. Imagine somebody being thrown bananas. Imagine somebody being spat at. Imagine somebody being called so many different kind of names, and yet in the midst of that, he could still show love. It was just only tithe that was mentioned in the Nigerian church, and all the pastors who people look up to as fathers came out abusing, came out cursing, came out doing all sorts of things. No sign to show that their hearts have been surrendered to Christ. But you've gone through all that, through all the attacks, all the persecution, but you're still standing. So I just want to say thank you and thank God for preserving somebody like you for us to look up to, because I know the impact that those who have cared to listen to what you have to say, I know the impact that God had done, your message has made in their life. So I just want to say thank you, sir. I
You're
just
talking
have to
about the
call
3-bedroom
today.
apartment. Did you notice the car?
Sir, you don't even say you don't even have to say the car of then. People who have been to Ukraine, as of even now, know the car that you still drive with all that you have. So at the end of the day, like Nigerians will say in pidgin English, they say, "Who no go, no no." So that's where I'll just leave it. People will continue to talk, people will continue to attack, but until they meet the man himself, have a personal encounter and an interaction before they know the kind of person and the kind of heart that he has. So, sir, I just want to say thank you. Let me leave it for other callers to call in. Thank you very much, and may God be of a great, great blessing. He has blessed you already, but may He continue to bless you. And I know that God is a God of timing. When the right time comes, He will definitely release you and bring you back, because there is no doubt that He has prepared you for your continent. So definitely a time will come when God will release you and bring you back to accomplish the assignment that He has prepared for you. So I'm definitely sure of that, and it will definitely happen. So I just want to say thank you, sir. May God bless you. Bless
Amazing,
you, sir.
amazing.
Bless you.
Thank you so very,
Thank you,
very
sir.
much. I'm grateful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Well, 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 well. Well, 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 well. Wow. Very, very touching, very, very heart breaking, heart touching testimonies. But so it's a good thing to show some of these things sometimes. It's because people don't know who you are, where you are coming from, and maybe some of these kind of videos. We have a caller. Hello,
Hello, DSA. This is Lala Love. How are you?
this is who?
Lala Love.
Oh, Lola, love. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you.
Yes.
I think the last caller said all my thoughts already. So, and coming on this platform, I just want to say that everything that I know about you is just what, you're displaying in this video and all of that. Because I know the spirit that is behind a man. I know the spirit that is behind everything that you do. And while the people of Nigeria and the people that God gave you a message for may not know the spirit that is behind you, it may come to them shocking, or it may come to them somehow, because they simply have not seen such human being like you for a while. or even I've ever met such human being or ever been preached about such human being that you are. And then this is the heart of the Father, because the truth of the matter is this is how we all should conduct ourselves. So I just want to thank you for being the great example for us all to know that it is okay for us to live a life that is selfless. It is okay for us to to put other first. It is okay for us to be a people person, unlike what we've been taught, like everybody's your enemy and everybody's not whatever. Here is you are the person that you truly personate that, because everybody is around you, good, bad, whatever, and you still see the good and bad in people. So, I just like what I saw today, and I just said to just calling to say thank you.
Wow,
Yeah.
because that's your heart. You are a person of love as well.
Yes, yes. I've always grew up like that, but growing up in an environment like Nigeria where love is not taught, it was hard for me growing up. However, getting to know the person of the Lord, and finally getting saved, and I had to change my mentality. Even though I've been in those churches that doesn't teach love, I had to train myself to love. And actually, when I got saved, the first thing that I ever heard God spoke to me audibly was that God said, Lola, love. And I said, what? So then God told me that, you're going to come across a lot of people that you may not want to love anymore, but you have to love. So, that was my experience with the Lord, and that is how we Christians should truly conduct ourselves. So, to me, everything you're showing is like, yes, it's like a confirmation. It's like, yes, yes, yes. I'm like snapping my finger, like, yes, that's how you're supposed to be. But to some people, they look at you, they could think of it otherwise or whatever, but it's really who you are. You're an open book to the world to see, and it's really not an open book. That's how we're supposed to conduct ourselves. So for the people who are in Africa and Nigeria who don't have that kind of mentality, it's hard for them to reconstruct, to unlearn the things they've been taught, because everybody is just against one another, which is not. That's not how you are when you carry a kingdom mindset. So I just want to say that.
Wow, brilliant. I could see your heart as well, that, you are a person of love for sure.
Amen. Thank you so much. And thanks for being a great mentor to look after and to even perfect myself in love. Because I'm looking at you, I'm like, okay, I got to be better. So thank God for you.
Thank you, Lola. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Blessings. Okay, all right. And let's go and share this message, because I'm looking at the reactions that are coming in. I think it might be a good idea to share the message. Yeah, maybe it will be an inspiration to some people. Maybe it will be an encouragement to others. Maybe, maybe it's going to be a blessing to some people. So please, let's go ahead and share the message with as many people as possible. Or you might actually want to go and put the message in the inboxes of your friends. Maybe, who knows how God will use these videos? Who knows who it could be meant for? So maybe you could, go actually and put it in the inboxes or put it in groups. And somebody might be looking just for this kind of video, and this might be the kind of video that they really needed to see. And so, let's go ahead and share the message. And I think we might have another caller still. I think more people want to call in today. Thank God that I care. I don't know why, but I just felt God just put this in my heart, that we should let people know that there are different things in life. You will see the good and the bad and the ugly, but you must remain human. I think we have a caller right now. Hello?
Hello,
Yes, who is calling from where?
it's Blessed Lemons from Spain, sir.
Blessing, how are you?
Yes,
How
sir.
is your,
My
new
marriage ceremony and all of that.
yes.
Yeah, it was great, sir. I really want to. I just, watched the video. That's why that I just I just came back in from class, from school. I said I watched half of the video, but the little I saw, oh my God, was so amazing and encouraging. I really want to appreciate God for your life, sir.
Thank you.
You know, I really want to thank God for your life, because whenever I'm watching and listening to you, your teachings, it makes me, it makes me to, it reminds me, and it makes me to always have no reason to fail in life. I have no reason to complain in life. And whenever I'm listening to your message, it reminds me, and it encourages me to know that no one is made to, no one is created to fail in life. No one is made to fail in life. Everybody have privilege, you have opportunity to win in life.
Amen.
Because life is predictable. You know, when I've not started listening to you, I thought that you know, some people, they are just born, you know, especially the color stuff of it. I thought that people in different color, they are just created specially to just be successful. Yeah, that is what I thought when we were growing up in Africa. You know, when I also came to Europe, you know, I also have that kind of mindset that these people are just born to be successful. We the African, we are just born to just be backward, you know. But when I have an encounter with you, that break that negative mindset. When this video I just watched makes me, you know, it reminds me everything I always listen, all the messages I always be listening to you. It reminds me to know that Africa Church, the purpose of a church is to transform a nation.
Yes.
And when that purpose is not known, I want that is when we be seeing all those religious cabals, religious people in church leaders in Nigeria church. Then they will be you know, wearing negativity in their mind, because the purpose of a church is not known. It's not known to them.
Yes.
And I want to use this opportunity to make the whole Christendom to understand one thing, that if what God have been using you to say to them, the truth God have been using you, God have used you to, you know, practically show a good example for them to know that this thing, listen, one church can transform a nation. They didn't understand it that way. Then what I want to make them to understand, that if all these leaders, Christian leaders in Nigeria, if they could come together and repent today and say, let us go and change our way, that is repent. When we say repent, they'll be thinking that, what sin that I commit? Repent meaning to change from their old way. So if they come together to change from their old way today, I pray that the Nigerians, because I pray that Nigeria should still forgive them, because we, the Nigeria youth, we the Nigerians, we are not happy with Nigeria pastors. We are not happy with Nigeria apostles. We are not happy with Nigeria reverends. We are not happy with Nigeria church leaders. We are not happy. If they repent today, I pray that God should help us to forgive them. God should help us to forgive them, because they have did a lot of mistake, and they have done a lot of mistake that are run many destinies in Nigeria.
Yeah.
I pray that God should just, you know, have mercy on them, for them to change from their way, as well as watching you. As we are watching you, and we have the confidence, self-confidence that it's of true. If you can do it, that nation you are has been transformed. If you can do it, it's of true that we, the Nigerians, we, the Africans, we can also transform our our nations. We can transform any nation. We can do it even far better. That is what the picture you are telling, the message you are telling us, that if you can do it, we can do it.
Yes, thank you so much, Blessing. Thank you
God
so much,
bless
my
you, sir. May
sister.
the good Lord bless you, sir. May the good Lord bless you. And I'm just, overwhelmed.
Thank you,
About
man.
what I'm
Thank
seeing.
you so much.
God bless you, sir.
Blessings. Yeah, let's go share the message. If you have not yet registered to come for the History Makers training in Ukraine, which is coming up in the next 2 months in February, if you have not yet registered, please go ahead and register. Go register for History Makers training. We have a caller. Hello.
Hello, good evening,
Good evening.
DSA. Hello, DSA, can you hear me?
Very well. Who is calling from where?
All right, my name is JJ. I'm calling from Sweden.
All right. Yes, I remember you. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, sir. How are you?
Well, trying my best.
Yeah, you always put your efforts, and it shows a lot on the program. Yeah, thank you very much. I said I have to call today, even no matter what I was doing, and I'm glad I could get through. I did not watch the whole program, but I did watch some part. And but just before I talk about it, the first time I got to, when I moved to Europe, when I knew a little about you, uh, I was really, really glad, at the same time surprised, because I have a brother in Ukraine, and when I tell the Europeans here that I have a brother in Ukraine, the first thing they're like, what? In that racist country, you know? So, and for you to be able to have succeeded in a country like that, for me, you show that really you are a man that has met God. I would say, personally, from what I've been following, you are the first man that I know that has really encountered God, that has broadened his heart, his mind, has gave himself up to God. You're the only man who would tell that everything is linked to God. Everything you say at the end of the day, it's always linked to God. It's like you see God in everything, And but I'm really thankful to God, and I would say, blessed are you, Dr. Sunday Adelaja. Blessed are you, and thank you for giving yourself for the work of God, because you have really affected the lives of many, and you are still going to affect the lives of millions
Amen.
in many years to come, many more years to
Amen.
come.
Amen.
So I'm thankful, and thank you for also teaching. By now, we are not seeing it in practical as well, how one can stand criticism and not just only uh, um, praise of men. Because I mean, when I just started watching you sometime last year, I knew how you were like someone who could handle a whole country. It was like Moses handling the whole of Israel. How people would write into the program and say all kinds of things, how they would call. And really, people thought you were angry, but I knew you were not angry. You only just spoke. Maybe, okay, your voice was a bit high, but they did not understand you. But thank you very much, sir, and all the best.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. That's a very strong word of encouragement. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for calling in today. Oh, wow. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, I think we can receive one more call or so, and then we'll have to go because I have the next program coming on today in the next 20 minutes. It's the series that we are doing right now that is called High Yielding Lifestyle versus Low Yielding Lifestyle. Do we have a caller? Hello? Hello?
Hello, yes, this is Sister Anne from Canada calling.
Sister Anne from Canada, it's been a while.
Oh, you remember me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was just amazed by coming across this message today, because I've not been really home to listen to a lot of the messages, so it's been a while.
Yes.
And what happened was, just last week, I was reminded by God about what He told me to do. And I had really been frustrated because I don't have the resources to go to a Bible college or a training school. And I told him, Lord, I can't do your work. I don't know where to go. Everywhere I look, I have to pay. And you told me not to go and work because I've disobeyed him twice and I've suffered the consequences. So for some reason this morning, I just felt it that he wanted me to stay in the house. And when I turned on when I turned on my laptop, I saw you speaking and I just said, let me just sit down and listen to Pastor Sandy Adeleja because I've not been listening to him for a long time. And then you mentioned the HMT. And I said, that's why he wanted me to sit in my room. So I just want to thank you. He really talks to me in a lot of ways that if I'm not calm, I really miss it. So I just want to appreciate everything you're doing.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, if you want to come for HMT, just write to hmt@godembassy.org.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sister, and blessings. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So, okay, we'll get one more caller, and then before we go. So let's go share the message, everyone. Share the message with your friends, with your family members, and let's go ahead and spread the word and let people know how that Christianity is real. That most of the things that we call Christianity these days don't have anything to do with Christianity, but that Christianity is real. And we have to return the real Christianity back to this mainstream. Hello?
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
Yeah, my name is Collins Chukavizet. I'm calling from Germany.
Yes, Brother Collins. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm fine, sir. I must say that this is the first time I'm getting through to you after a long time. Although I'm currently visiting here in Germany because my wife stays here.
Okay.
And where I am from Dubai here. So
okay.
And I didn't really watch all the programs from the beginning, but I must say I'm really I don't know what will fail me. You just say that I really appreciate the call of God upon your life and what you have shown so far. This will go to show a lot of people, a lot of critics who are saying that you are doing some criticizing men of God and all that because you want fame. They don't know, but if they happen to watch this program, they will know that this is actually the call of God, because my little knowledge about the scripture is that the people that God used in the Bible, they affected the indigents in the strange land.
Yes.
They were not affecting their own kind. It was the indigents there that they affected because God actually sent them there.
Yes.
And that is what you did. And this you are one in a million. I cannot talk about any other man of God. In short, I don't call them men of God anymore. I call them men in clerical colors because that is what they are. Of course, they are men in clerical colors who are only interested in their own personal gains. And the truth is, I am praying for them, but I don't see them repenting. Why? Because of if they happen to know that this so-called ill-gotten wealth that they collected from the poor will start draining, and they see that they are going back to status quo, they will not want to repent. But I just really want to appreciate you, and I'm really praying that the Lord will keep you, even if you say that being 50 you want to go. The truth is, Scripture says, if you lose your life for my sake, you will find it.
Yes.
And if you want to find your life, you will lose it.
Yes.
But now that you say you have lost it, the thing that God will still keep it, because I'm not sure you have finished your purpose yet.
Yes.
You have not finished your purpose yet.
Yes.
Yeah, there's still so much that you're going to do. But you have raised a lot of people, including myself. It was I got to know you through my wife anyway, when you were talking about these people, and my eyes were open, because I will not tell you lie. When I pray, I used to pray that kill and die, further and die kind of prayers. But when I got the understanding about the scriptures, my everything changed, and the things I see, they are different. So I really want to encourage you to keep up the good work. because it is not really easy, even for your wife. She's trying.
Yes.
For your wife to try, she is trying because I have my wife is here. You know, woman will just stay and you see what the husband is doing and all the threatenings and all the calls that are coming in. But since nothing has happened to you, that is enough proof that these people are not who they claim to be. And
Yes.
I'm not sure that God called them. God did not call people. I don't know how many people that God called to open churches. It's just a competition. That's why you see the opening churches. God didn't actually call a lot of us to open churches. It's
Yes.
just that we need, yeah, see, let your light shine. Let your light shine. So you being a light means wherever you are supposed to be a light in that place to shine upon the people there. That is what God has said. And that is exactly what you have achieved. All the persecutions you went through, if it was some these so-called clerical men of colors, they would have, taken a flight to a better country and stayed there. They will tell you that this is not God. This is not God that called them. God didn't call them to come and be abused by some people who don't know anything. They have to go to where they know it's easy. It is not really easy. I told my friend, I said, when the moment God calls you, you are in trouble. Just believe that you are in trouble because you are going to face all kinds of things. But it is just to test you so that you can now become a testimony to other people. People who are falling, when they hear your story, they become encouraged. People who have given up, when they hear your story, I am really encouraged. I'm really glad that I could even get through to you. So I'm just praying that the good Lord will continue to strengthen you, continue to lead you in a way that you don't know, and minister to you and still use you because, like I said, everybody's destiny, millions are tied to one's destiny. Like you are now, millions, if not billions, are tied to your destiny. And you are bringing more sons that did like that. More sons that is coming. So I want to encourage you, sir. Just keep up the good work. And the Almighty God will
Wow.
bless you. In
Wow,
Jesus' name.
Collins. You are like a prophet today. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much. Thank you.
Thank you.
God
Yes, sir.
bless.
Blessing. Yeah, blessing.
Wow,
Thank you.
strong words, strong words of ministration from the mouth of, from the mouth of babes. God releases His truth and proclaims His truth, and thank God for everything. And by the way, funny enough, tomorrow I'm going to court like 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning is going to be very early. So today I was in court as well. But I believe that by next year, everything should be over and we'll be ready for Nigeria. Hello.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Who is calling from where?
This is Uday from Valencia, sir.
Ah, Ode, how are you, my brother?
I'm fine, sir.
So
Thank you
you were
for the
able to
great
watch
work you
the
are doing,
program
sir.
today?
I do watch always, sir. I do watch always. You are doing a great job. I believe God will continue to bless you and give you the strength to continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
After watching this, I'm yet to see any preacher from this country that have attended the global stage you attend and still remain humble the way you are. I'm yet to see. After watching this program, I believe I asked myself, could it be the reason why people flew from Ukraine down to Motla Muhammad, went on their knees, asking God to bless the man that gave birth, bless the land that gave birth to a man that has transformed their country.
Yes, sir. That's why, because they know what has happened here.
They know what has happened. And if I'm from Ukraine, I think I would turn Nigeria to a maker of some sort.
Yes.
Thanking God for giving birth to a man that are from all the way from Nigeria to come and transform their country in the areas of virtue, values, ethics, things that are lacking in our country. Even when we have people that claim to be apostles of prosperities and miracles. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. 25,000 capacity members living 3-bedroom flat apartment, owning a single car. No retinue of head you hire to do this and all that, still remain humble. Even here now, you see somebody 1,000 capacity, 1,000 members already at the geo in his own area, looking for people to fleece, looking for people to sow the anointed oil and call police to guide him. While his anointed oil is sold to people, is not working for him, but he's using a physical guide and now exploit money from people. It's unfortunate. God will continue to give you strength, God.
Amen.
Sir.
Amen.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Uday. Thank you so much. Well, that will be it for today because in the next 10 minutes, I'm supposed to be coming on again for the high yielding lifestyle versus low yielding lifestyle. But, maybe in the next 15 minutes, we'll do it. So please go share the message. And like I said, if you have not yet registered for HMT, History Makers Training, just write to hmt@godembassy.org. And there you'll be able to come. And you can get the books, especially the new book, which is Who Will Attend Your Funeral. You can get it on Amazon and all other books as well. And you can read them for free if you want, or you can buy them on Amazon, just whatever you want. Or if you want to buy in bulk, you could write to my office to dssbooks@gmail.com, and you'll be able to get the books cheaper than on Amazon. And thank you so much for your time. I will be back in the next 15 minutes. Thank you so much. Peace.